APBA, Duty of Care Statement. It is the duty of the Australian Power Boat Association to advise you that powerboat racing can be dangerous, your equipment could be damaged or destroyed, and you may suffer serious personal injury or worse. If there is any aspect of any race meeting that causes you concern for your personal safety or that of any member of your crew, whether it be on the racecourse, the venue, or the manner in which the meeting is being conducted, it is your obligation to bring those concerns to the attention of a senior race official of the club. If after doing this, those concerns are not addressed to your satisfaction, you are advised to withdraw from this race meeting. Do you understand your obligations and rights in this regard? It is also the duty of the Australian Power Boat Association to advise you that the APBA insurance is a liability policy that covers your liability to the public and non-competitors, and that you and your equipment are not covered by any other form of insurance unless you have obtained separate insurance cover. Scrutineering is a compliance check, and the responsibility for the safety and mechanical condition of your boat and equipment is yours. Random drug and alcohol testing may take place, as well as boat and/or engine measuring for class compliance. If you have any doubts about your ability to pass such a test or your boat not complying, you should withdraw from this race meeting immediately. By your attendance at the briefing on any race day, you understand the duty of care statement and agree not to take any legal action against the club conducting the event, any of its officers and members, or any other competitor regarding the race meeting. Upper Hawkesbury Power Boat Club, Club Day Junior Driver Briefing. This meeting is conducted under the rules of the APBA. This briefing is a summary of the rule book with some additional rules and interpretations of such rules pertaining to the UHPBC course and event. No alcohol, illicit drug consumption or smoking, including vapes, is permitted in the pit area. No open shoes or thongs are permitted in the pit area. Crew members and competitors are not permitted to be riding on trailers or seated in their boats, whilst travelling in the pit or ramp areas. Drivers shall have a breath test each race day prior to competing, and random checks may be conducted for drivers and crews throughout the meeting. Boats must turn left at all times during the race. Competitors are to be prepared to head to the ramp when required. Please pay attention to announcements and pit officials, and if other boats in your heat are heading to the ramp. If you are running late, you may miss your race. All boats must be ready to launch when heading to the ramp. Competitors are not to park unnecessarily on the ramp before launching. Boats are not to launch from the ramp and/or leave South Creek without being directed to by an official. No boat is to enter the course while the race is in progress or when in the hands of the start boat. All boats must enter and leave South Creek at idle speed. Be aware, other vessels may be in close proximity. Helmets, life jackets and all safety equipment are to be worn at all times whilst on the racecourse, whilst heading to and in the start area of the course, whilst a race is in progress, and when returning to the ramp. If you are being towed back by a course boat, you may remove your helmet and helmet restraints only. All junior racing will be conducted under handicap racing conditions. This will be discussed later in the briefing, and any changes or alterations to this will be explained. At the conclusion of the briefing, all competitors will launch and parents will be conveyed to the junior starting area on the opposite side of the river. At the beginning of each race, all boats must maintain their lane positions from the drop of the flag until they exit the lead-out buoy on the first corner, maintaining their lane position around the corner. Lane 1 within 2 boat widths of the turn buoy, Lane 2 within 2 boat widths of Lane 1, and so on. Failure to adhere to this will result in disqualification from the race or heat. Do not assume water conditions to be perfect. The decision to race is up to the driver. Boats must maintain their course so as not to hinder any other boat, and not change lanes until they have attained sufficient lead to do so safely. Minimum 3 boat lengths. When passing a buoy and an overlap has been established between 2 boats when both of them are about to pass a buoy on the required side, both boats must maintain their lanes, i.e. they must maintain their distance from the buoy until the buoys have been rounded. If you hit a turn buoy, you will be penalized unless you can prove you were incorrectly forced onto the buoy. If you are able to continue, wait until all boats have passed, and when it is safe to do so, you may then re-enter the race. If you miss a buoy, do not re-attempt it. Continue around the course. If you re-attempt it, you may be disqualified from the race or heat. A penalty may apply for missing it. All races are 3 laps with the exception of some championship races, or unless directions are issued from the tower or the pit controller. If you pass a boat you usually wouldn't pass, be aware, as there may be a red flag or incident on the course. All boats are to stop on red flags. Failure to adhere to this may result in disqualification from the race or heat. Do not pass run-out buoys at each end of the course. If you lose power or are slowing down, raise one arm and don't make any sharp turns. Slow down in a straight line. Do not run off course at turn buoys. If you are involved in an incident where you end up in the water for any reason, you will be picked up by the rescue boat and taken from the water in a rescue basket or floated into the rescue craft, no exceptions, and you will be assessed by the onboard paramedic. All boats are to finish on the checkered flag regardless of what lap you are on. When the race is finished, continue around the course until the black flag is shown from the tower or course boats. Do not go past run-out buoys or across the course, and do not return to the bank until the black flag has been displayed. All boats must pass the start-finish buoy on the back straight before crossing the course once the black flag is shown. Distress signals. Slowing down, raise one arm. Steering loss, raise both arms. Immediate assistance required, stand and wave. Boats with cockpits, open canopy and signal tower. If no signal, the race will be red flagged. Flags. Blue Peter 3 minutes to 0 for clock starts. White start flag, start boat starts, in the hands of the starter. Clock starts, 1 minute to start. Green, race in progress. Yellow, 1 lap to go. Checkered, finish, all boats regardless of what lap. Black, recall, do not return to the ramp until displayed. Red cross on white background, caution, keep racing but be aware of an incident on the course. Red, stop and wait instructions from the tower or course boats. Race classes, engines may be measured along with boat compliance for the class entered. If you have doubts about the ability of your boat to pass that test, you should withdraw from this event. Protests, to be lodged on the approved form, which is available from the tower, with the associated fee attached, to the officer of the day. Competitors are responsible for ensuring they can safely navigate the course at all times, including before and after the race. Competitors and crew must comply with all directions from safety personnel or officials. It is recommended radio operators are situated in a position where they can clearly see the flags and may inform their respective drivers in a timely manner. Are there any provisional drivers competing today? Please make other competitors aware. Abuse of any officials or volunteers will not be tolerated. Boat owners, drivers or crew may be disqualified for the day and further action taken post the event.